Hey guys, so here bringing you another video. Now welcome to another episode of Spectating High Rating People. Now this is currently on the website leagueofgraphs.com, not sponsored, but that's how I a lot of the time find if I want to, get a specific champion player, everything. This is the #1 ranked Rengar player, and I can tell you right now, it's a Smurf. So I don't know if this is somebody, it's a YouTuber, it's a pro, I have no idea. But the account is only level 37, it's in Master, and its win rate is absolutely insane. And it's the best Rengar statistically with win rate and stuff like that. So it might be somebody people know, but I don't know who it is. The reason why we're watching Rengar, by the way, is people might be aware that I'm back in the jungle. And because I'm back in the jungle, I've obviously been thinking about some of my old school picks. Lee Sin, and Rengar. So Rengar is a big champion of the history of this channel, and I was talking to a friend of mine. Basically, I don't know why, but Riot has recently asked me about some information about champions I used to play, and they were like, give us 3 champions that you used to like main or whatever. And I said, what did I say? Lee Sin, Gangplank and Xerath, I think I gave the 3. But one of my friends, Jeebers, said maybe you should have actually given your Rengar, because maybe your Rengar was better than your Lee. And I'm not really sure which is better, but it's made me think about maybe picking up Rengar again. So I thought, let's watch a Rengar player and see what he does, and maybe we can pick up a thing or two. And obviously, naturally, this being this series, we always look at what they do good. How do they play? What makes them pop off? So just very standard level 1, obviously. He jumps over to the blasting plant, gets himself Fury stacks, really, or Ferocity, whatever it's called on Rengar. Gets that very early on, does red buff, does the Gromp, or not, the Krug, sorry, and he's pretty much full health. He hasn't even used a health potion at this stage of the game right now, so you can see constantly using the bush. Just normal DPS, trying to avoid as much damage as he can. Meanwhile, Pyke in the bot lane does die. But yeah, so also just going through the runes. He's gone, obviously, Electrocute, Sudden Impact, because he's Mr. Jumpy Jump, Eyeball Collection, and Relentless Hunter for his ultimate... for the movement speed, because obviously he's quite reliant on movement speed. And then he's gone for Precision, Triumph, Alacrity, which is attack speed, and then he's gone Attack Speed, Adaptive Damage, Armor. So far, it's a 3-0 score by Blue Team. Again, this Rengar should pop off very soon, so hopefully he does have a chance to do that. And you can see a couple of weird picks that are, I don't even know what I want to say meta at the moment, but it does appear that they are a little bit. So Tristana lane has become more of a thing, even though it started at kind of a troll pick, but it's now becoming a thing for some reason. And then also you can see Pyke in the other team. I actually think that might just be a mistake. So he didn't connect right at the beginning of the game. He's got Teleport and he's got Summon Airy. So I'm guessing that's just some type of mistake. But again, it doesn't take away from us watching the Rengar. So everything so far has been just very clean. It's been a full clear, apart from going for the Gromp over on the left. He's now going for an Invade, which probably won't get him much. He is just going for the most farm possible. So he's already level 4. He steals that. Now looking for a potential gank. Oh no, he's staying around to do a bit more farming for some reason. Again, don't know what he's doing here. He's kind of like hovering and he's trying to make up his mind. He pops his Q for the movement speed little burst that it gives. Might have been a waste. Tristana's going to jump on top. She does still have flash up. Rengar just going to go for a bit of damage. Half health, that's not bad. And he probably will back off from there. He is looking for it. Whoa! Very aggressive move. If that hit, she might have died. But yeah, goes for a flash play, and obviously, yeah, still the best Rengar technically in the world, is still going to make occasional mechanical mistakes, as obviously just saw there. You got the mid lane matchup, by the way, is Neeko versus Katarina. Katarina on blue side. And then, yeah, you can kind of see in bot lane they're getting a bit ruffled because it's a Kai'Sa, Janna, standard lane, versus a Veigar, and obviously the Pyke that has the wrong setup. Again, in theory, the Pyke having the wrong setup isn't really going to get the Veigar killed. It's probably the Veigar just making mistakes, getting themselves killed. And they are somebody called Mrs. Veigar V2, so probably a Veigar one trick and Smurf potentially. Okay, play may be happening. Be very surprised if a dive happens. A little bit of a dive. It was kind of like a half-attempted one. But yeah, back in the jungle we go. Worth pointing out, Infernal Dragon is the first dragon available, so it would be worth knowing, which jungler is going to go for it, if any. So Rengar doing this move, by the way, a lot, because obviously it gives him the Ferocity stacks quite quick. And he's very much farm orientated. So just to point out, yes, he's been top lane a bit, But this is a farm-orientated Rengar. This isn't going aggressive, looking for invades. He hasn't invaded, well, he invaded a little bit up to the top side, but that was just a farm. It does actually seem that he wants to avoid finding and fighting the enemy jungler so far, which I honestly am on the same kind of boat as him. I remember when I played a lot of Rengar, the reason why I kind of stopped playing him is you kind of became, I don't know, less relevant unless you popped off crazy amounts. So this is interesting to me that this guy hasn't popped off. You know, he's done technically nothing so far. So, and you know, does a Rengar have to pop off the early game in order to do good? Well, probably not, but it obviously helps quite a bit. So he's doing more farming. He's then going to head over to the Wolves, more farming. So his playstyle, yeah, we can't doubt it. It's the best Rengar. It might be just rush 6. Get to 6 as quick as possible, and then gank. So what I'd like to see is as soon as he hits 6, what does he do? How does he play? What is he going to do as soon as he hits 6? Is he going to continue this farming playstyle, or then is he going to start going pretty hyper-aggressive? You can see Katarina has been actually quite roam intensive too. Now Rengar heading over to a Scuttle Crab, obviously making sure you use the CC because that actually increases your damage. Neeko jumping, the jumps are funny. Neeko teleporting to the top side, a potential dive was happening. Katarina did get the kill, Neeko flashes. Really bad miss by Karma there. Rengar's on his way, and he does come over, maybe in time. Whoa, that damage is insane. And he will pick up his first kill of the game. Obviously a relatively free kill there because Neeko used Flash for her ultimate in this general area. But remember, showing top lane could open up dragon possibilities if Sylas could solo it, but I don't think, and there's Sylas right now, he won't. Wow, he does go a bit aggressive, he baits out the Rengar, I don't think anything else is going to come of that. It was, if he was going to, I don't know if the Rengar should have been a bit more patient there, because it kind of looked like he was going to just walk straight into them. But yeah, there's Rengar's first kill. Farm-wise, always worth noting as well that he is a considerable amount of farm ahead of the Sylas. That's not bad at all. Karma ult ease to let the Rengar get back quicker. And as for items, he's obviously gone ignoring the jungle item so far. Built a Tiamat that is for his AoE wave clear. And this guy, obviously, if we could just, you know, you're watching it, has a very farm-orientated playstyle on Rengar. And then obviously the double longsword. And I don't know if that's going to be just for lethality or if that is going to be building for his warrior if he does want to go for the jungle item. But Rengar is very much like a Shaco or something. You don't need the jungle item in order to do well. A lot of the time you don't buy it. He will now not go for Dragon. Neeko's in the area. He's thinking about it. Backs off. He baits out her W. He now knows, by the way, she doesn't have Flash. He's going to go for it after the ultimate, and this should be another free kill on Neeko. Really nice. So that was just Neeko being in the wrong place at the wrong time, being chased after with a Rengar ultimate without having Flash or anything. So yeah, don't think that's the smartest idea by Sylas trying to take on that Rengar. There's a bit of a strength difference already emerging. And yeah, he gets himself his second kill. He's over 10 farm ahead of his jungle opponent. And Katarina is running down the Sylas. Not sure if she'll get him because of the blasting plant. Oh, she eased to him. Oh, very close. Again, her name is Kata. Again, just in this game alone, by the way, there are so many one-tricks. It's unreal. There's like 4. And that is, by the way, one thing that I did notice when I obviously dipped my toe in Master and stuff. You don't have to one-trick to climb. Vast majority of players that climb aren't one-tricks. But when you're in Master, there are a lot of one-tricks. Which obviously means that, yeah, they'll play well when they're on their champion, probably. But if they don't get their champion and they one-trick to Master, oh boy, they're bad at everything else. So Rengar's going to try and steal the blue. It'll be a pretty good steal because Neeko obviously would probably need that. He does steal it, which is lovely. He's now pinging Dragon. So what has impressed me the most and what I'm getting from this Rengar is constant doing something. He's then also going to pick up the kill on Neeko. Katarina actually gets it, with her name, by the way, being Kata. She's going to try and chase it. Sylas stole Rengar ultimate for some reason. And they are a little bit on the back foot, but I don't think Sylas should walk into the Rengar, and they will just decide to back out. But yeah, what I like is when you're watching this, there isn't a sense, meanwhile, he is re-engaging. Pyke's in the area, re-engage. The Veigar's also in the area. Pyke gets the kill. Katarina gets 1 kill. And they probably all will go down, and they do. Again, that's not bot lane's fault. You know, they're in their territory. That's just going to happen occasionally when you overstay, etc. But what I like and what I was saying is well, that Kai'Sa got absolutely owned. Is he's constantly doing something. It's no deader. It's not like, you know, a lot of people think Rengar, oh, he's just waiting in a bush. You know, how long did he wait in that bush to kill me? This Rengar hasn't just waited in a bush really the whole game. He's always achieving something. And yes, a lot of the game has been farm, but he's now 2-1-2. He's 20 farm ahead of his jungle opponent. He's stolen a buff and stuff like that. So he's achieving something practically all the time, which is pretty impressive. And, you know, this isn't something that is crazy. He can practically do this every game because all he's really done is maximize his farming time and ganking in between the farms when the farm isn't up. That's all he's doing. I don't know why we're hearing Neeko ultimate, but Neeko just got a kill with the Sylas in mid lane. I think they were waiting in a bush. So again, another Scuttle Crab, and remember, don't underestimate Scuttle Crab for XP. The only thing that is on my mind at the moment, though, with the Rengar's playstyle, is that he hasn't looked to do Dragon a lot. And, like, Dragon right now could be being done. We don't know. So that's my only thing. Will he go for Dragon eventually? Is that a priority of his? Some junglers love getting Dragons. Some junglers ignore the Dragons. Even if you go for statistics, you know, you shouldn't ignore Dragons. For example, and I will say rough statistics here, if you get 2 Infernal Dragons, your win rate suddenly jumps to something stupid like 82%. And that's if you get 2 Infernals. The reason for it is a double whammy. One, you're getting the Infernal scaling. Secondly, the team that gets the Infernals is likely going to be ahead. You know, that's why you're getting those Dragons, is because you're allowed to get them. You're already ahead. But yeah, like, to me, if you're a jungler, do not ignore Dragons. It's near suicide. Rengar ultimate coming through, decides to go for the Neeko, nearly one-shots her if he actually hit the E. Kai'Sa ultimate's coming through in the back line. Enemy team is doing a bunch of damage, Katarina in the middle. Rengar being a bit hesitant at the moment. He is going to jump in, gets himself 1 kill. Katarina doing the most of the damage in that fight, though, 100%. He will then probably steal more farm, or he's going to back out and do the dragon. And as you can also see, I believe Karma just died. Yes, she did, in the 1v1. Rengar finishing the ward, which is a bit questionable, but he does just pick up the kill. He might have been able to save the Katarina there and then do the ward afterwards, but whatever. And yeah, now he's 4-1-3, 86 farm, so that farm lead is extending. It was 20, it's now 30. So it's like little things that are adding up that the enemy team just can't really deal with, it seems. So he does get the dragon. There was a teleport by Neeko to try and stop it. She should not just casually walk like that now. And if you actually notice, everybody, what level is the Rengar? And yeah, he's the highest level in the game right now. He's level 10. Everyone else who close to him is level 9. The solo laders. Everyone else is level 8. The Sylas is level 8. The Janna on his team's level 7. So his playstyle of constantly achieving something is insane. Like, this is why he's getting ahead. And, you know, we said, oh, he's 20 farm ahead. He's 30 farm ahead. If you actually look now, he's close to being double Sylas's farm. And it's not like he's done anything incredibly impressive, but it's the playstyle, and I really want to drill it home. There's no dead air in this guy's playstyle. He is farming. He is always looking to farm, and if there is no farm available, that's when he'll go back, or that's when he'll gank. If there's farm, he is going for that. Right now, there's a Scuttle Crab in River, so where is he going to be going? River. Like, you can basically guarantee what this guy's going to do, which, if you know, if he's in Master, if this guy's Master E West, which is roughly the MMR that we're in now on the main account. The weird thing, meanwhile, Neeko's going to get caught by the Rengar. Maybe they didn't know he was in the bush, gets himself another kill. Veigar going to be on the back foot. Katarina going to go for it with an ultimate. Does get the kill, really clean play, and obviously a great Katarina. But this play as a Rengar, if he was on the enemy team, yeah, this game, it's like, oh god, we just can't stop him farming. It's just insane. How can you stop him? But it's the type of player, because when you're in Master, you get to play against the same people all the time. Meanwhile, Sylas is being a bit lazy there. He shouldn't be jungling at that health when you see Rengar nearby. That's bad by Sylas. But it's the type of playstyle that you will learn quite quickly. That, you know, in Master or Challenge or whatever, you always play against the same players. When you see this guy, ELO is Dopamine, and you know the Rengar one-trick playstyle, you'll learn to counter this. But in solo queue, if you're at a lower rating, this is a fact. Like, obviously, it's a great playstyle in general, but it just depends if he gets the same opponents all the time. Because right now, me watching this, and maybe he doesn't do this every game, but if he does, if this is his general playstyle, which I would predict it is, farm, 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 gank in between, which, you know, a lot of people go, isn't that jungling? Nope. A lot of junglers don't do it. A lot of junglers aren't very good at managing farming with ganking. They kind of pick one or the other. This guy's managing it both very, very well, and that's why he's so far ahead. Like, gold-wise to his lane opponent, or role opponent, he's nearly, let's just call it 8,000 gold. His opponent is 5.3, nearly 5.4. The gold difference right now is, what, 4,000 gold in between the two teams? That's mainly here. That's 2,500 gold just here. Like, it's insane. And again, he's done nothing what I would literally deem, oh my god, this dude's a god. He's played Rengar. He's played it very clean. And that's the word to describe it. It's clean. It's maximizing his time in the jungle, maximizing the time when the farm is dead so he can gank, and doing all the objectives. Taking the dragon, taking practically every scuttle crab. He's now taking the Rift Herald. So, objective-focused Rengar, which is not normally something. Ulting for the mid lane, because his Katarina gets called out. Here we go, big damage. Gets the one shot on the Neeko, flashes out just before he could get caged. Sylas going to think about going after him. He's probably going to loop back around to try and get to a bush. He's going to maybe should have waited in that bush. He's trying to get into the bush. They didn't jump on the Tristana. Jump into the bush to jump on the Sylas. Will get himself another kill or assist. And then the Kai'Sa's probably going to pick up that one. Rengar probably won't. And there you go. Holy moly. So I will say partially this is the enemy team not playing great. And boom, what's he doing? Hey, a bunch have happened. Ace, and I'm back to farming. Like, he's not tower pushing. He's not help. He doesn't care about plates. He wants farm. So, while he does this, by the way, with Sylas being dead for another 10 seconds, will he get double? So, to be double Sylas's farm right now, he would need to have 154 farm. Is he going to like, he's basically there, right? He's roughly there. But he's going to get another 4 farm from this wave. Neeko could be in trouble if she doesn't think Rengar's about, by the way. He's going to wait in this bush. So, watch now. So this is the first time that he's waiting in a bush. And what is he doing? He's not just waiting in the bush. He's basing. And why is he doing that? Well, he's maximizing his time. He's like, well, I don't want to just sit here waiting in a bush forever. I'm going to base. If they come near me, okay, I'll kill them. But I'm not just going to sit here for a minute. I'm going to go back. So again, it's the biggest thing that I can stress is maximizing his time spent on Summoner's Rift, which is fantastic to watch. Again, Rengar does have mechanics, but it's more learning like 1 or 2 combos, depending which combo you want to do. The ultimate damage combo, or do you want to throw in the E max stack thing to get the root? Depends which one you want to do. Predominantly, this guy's done the max damage one. Tristana probably is going to be dead here. Watch the combo. Edge of Night procced. Boom! There's the. So he did the maximum damage combo there. No E was used. You can see it was never used on cooldown. So it's the double Q combo. Back in the day, and again, I might be out of touch a bit with Rengar. Back when I used to play him, you could do the triple Q combo. I don't know if that's a thing anymore. Maybe in one of these we'll have to slow it down and see what he's doing. But you used to could do triple Q combo. That basically, you pressed Q with max stacks before you ulted. And again, this is from memory, this is like 5 years ago. You pressed Q, then you ulted, you jumped on a target, 1 Q was already like ready, that went off, then you pressed Q with your ultimate, and then after your ultimate you got the max stacks 3rd Q. It's the triple Q combo. You one-shot everything. So I don't know if that's what's happening now, because again, I'm out of touch with Rengar, and that's why I'm watching a good Rengar player, because trust me, I'm picking stuff up. Hopefully you guys are too. But I'm picking up, okay, it's not about always ganking. It's not about always, like, sitting in a bush, which partially what Rengar's used to do. This dude is farming. Like, it's impressive. It's, again, he is basically 100%, he's double farm, let's just call it. That's crazy. You know, in 19 minutes, he's got 164 farm. If you compare him, by the way, to everybody in the game right now, everybody, he's got the most farm in the game. He's the jungler, and it's not like he's been walking into lanes and stealing a bunch of stuff. He's going for, okay, hang on. Okay, so he has got a Q. Yeah, so has he got a Q? Hang on. Does it show me here or no? Okay, I need to rewind. Let's rewind, everybody. Okay, so speed up. I need to know. This is going to bug me if I don't know. Okay, kill that. Okay, hang on. So he doesn't. It's not triple Q. You can see that because he hasn't pressed Q yet. He just ults at max stacks. He pops Edge of Night. Okay. And then the combo, which he might not even find anybody right now, by the way. There's no. So he pops Q now. Okay, Sylas is there. But his Q, I think, has run off. Okay, well, let's watch that. I get back. I'm pretty sure that was without a double Q. Okay, hang on. Okay, he's popped Q now. Right now it is still being... it's still activated right now. It is now not activated. We know that because it's available to use again. So right now he has got no Q activated. But he sees Sylas. And then he jumps. Presses Q before the jump. Then presses Q instantly again. But he uses the E as well that time. Pretty sure he... Did he E Bowler instead of E Ferocity and Q? Again, it's actually hard to tell even in slow motion nowadays. But again, I don't actually think he gets killed. I don't actually think there's the triple Q combo anymore, unless he just didn't do it that time. Pyke goes for an aggressive play. Again, remember that Pyke ultimate does so much less damage now as a non-execution. And he also, I think, from memory in the change, does less damage up to the target that he hits with ultimate that he doesn't execute. Again, that's just the hurt top lane Pyke, basically. Katarina going aggressive. Gets herself killed for going way too aggressive. Kai'Sa a little bit caught. She will probably survive, though, I'd imagine. She might go aggressive. Pyke surviving in the back line. Oh, there's the ultimate. Does get one kill. Sylas going to try his best. Sylas get a bit too close. Really easy for Sylas to his Segani when he's on top. So yeah, build-wise, by the way, everybody, this is, I would probably call what a standard Rengar is nowadays. Full lethality with Tiamat for AoE wave clear. Cooldown reduction boots, because it's all about having your ultimate up. And 40% cooldown reduction. And pretty much ignoring the jungle item. You don't need it. So what I will say is, obviously, this video will be coming out after my subathon would have happened, and if we hit one of the targets, one of the goals is play the Huzzy Classics, Lee Sin, Rengar, and Gangplank. So I might have done a Rengar game by the time this video is coming out. I'm recording this beforehand. Boom, easy kill. That again, these ones don't even need to be like slowed down. He's literally, because he's so fed, he's practically just pressing Q with ultimate and he's killing everything. So again, baits out the ultimate. That's probably a dead Sylas if I had to guess. Oh, if Katarina went in, it should have been a dead Sylas. He's going aggressive. Does get baited potentially. He's going to go aggressive, not back away. Could be questionable. He's got the heal. Does enough damage. And he doesn't die. Wow. Gold-wise, by the way, he's on 13.8 thousand gold. His lane opponent's on 9.2. Yeah. So the difference of this game is practically all in the junglers. And by the way, the Karma is behind the Tristana, you know. It's just, he's so far ahead. Which is great. So it'll be interesting to see what is he doing now. He sells his jungle item now, and he buys more armor pen. So is that Lord Dominik's? Yep, Lord Dominik's 35% armor pen. Jesus. So again, his armor pen compared to the game, by the way, like who's got armor? No armor, no armor, no armor. Little bit of armor, no armor. So in relative thing, his lethality, his armor pen is, if we're honest, overkill this game, because no one's really practically got armor. But what that basically means is there is no armor on the enemy team to this Rengar. There's none. He will shred everything. So he's hitting everybody, practically, if you want to call it, for true damage. It's not true damage, but it basically is because of his lethality and armor shred. So yeah. But he's 14-2-6, 196 farm, has completely dominated the game. And that's the weird thing. He's dominated this game, but you've still got a 12-6 Kai'Sa. The Kai'Sa herself had a great game too. But yeah, very good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I have definitely picked up a bunch of stuff for Rengar that I'm probably going to use if I do end up playing him tomorrow. And hopefully you'll, again, if you watch this episode and an upcoming episode, there's also a Rengar game, maybe you'll see some similarities. You know, they've been banked in my head, trust me. But yeah, that's going to be it. If you guys did enjoy, throw a like on the video, throw a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.